had always suspected sexual abuse. My voice was, it used to be extremely high, and I would speak from my throat and head. I was not settled into my body until I had a flood of memories come back to me in 2017. And it subsided at times, but got fiercer and more difficult to control in 2020. And I always had a small voice until then. But as I delved deeper into the sexual abuse and trauma from that, it all made sense, all of it. The brattiness, the wetting the bed long past an acceptable age, the fear of the dark, the crawling to my parents' room after nightmares and sleeping on the floor on my mom's side of the bed, curling up in a ball on my right side to face her, the getting up in the middle of the night, from hearing whispers that would send me through the house only to discover no one was even up, the flashes of realizations over the years that I didn't have a clitoris and sending that realization away like a nightmare or an unwanted guest. In honors anatomy, my junior or senior year of high school, we studied the female anatomy. And I knew I didn't, for some reason, have the button at the top, but it didn't sink in. The true knowledge of that didn't sink into my mind and body at the same time of why, because I didn't have the tools yet to face the reality. But I continued to have extremely painful cramps for the first day of my period. Well into my 30s, I remember not wanting to be a woman. And I'd miss work, writhing on the floor, throwing up if I didn't take Advil before the pain started. My body was bifurcated from my mind, but I wasn't ready to let my family go. So I didn't fully understand even when the few partners I had over the years, none of which were my study boyfriends, those ones didn't bother to look and see that I was missing a clitoris. But the partners who did notice I had nothing there, I'd say to them, or you just can't find it. And they would say, no, I can find it. But I didn't think much of it, and the cramps, my God, and my sister never believed the pain. She would say I was being dramatic, and my dad's new wife, who I was never able to call mom, agreed that I was melodramatic. And this is what children go through. Children, women of color, and Indian women, for the most part, we are taught that vocalizing needs is wrong. And so we are never taught how to verbalize them. And this is how we raise generations swimming in misogyny and pedophobia and pedophilia. This is how we get Holocaust denial, when those very eyes simultaneously see a lifeless child, head like a dandelion plopped, who think a certain way about the innocent, who don't believe the way I was never believed for anything I claimed or was or am, how nothing that's mine is believed to be deserved, how my authority over myself and my body of work is regularly challenged.